Hello, and welcome to a game by Alexis, Juday, and Sarah Thomas that we call Shepherd Run. Shepherd Run is an endless runner type game in which you control a shepherd who is herding his sheep to the end of the level. We can start by playing, and the goal is to jump over obstacles and make it to the end. Well, to get the highest score at the end. The obstacles are randomly generated, so even I don't know when they'll appear or how often they'll appear. In the top left, there is a score, and each time you hit one of these objects, your score will go down. It keeps going and going until you reach the end. That's enough of that for now. And first, I think we will look at the art side of things. This here is the wolf sprite. I was the one that made that, and that's why it looks pretty derpy, because I am not the art person. Here is our hay sprite, and here is our rock sprite. And if I can find it, here are the various background things and whatnot. And here is the sheep, fully animated and very cute. And here is the shepherd. Sarah was the one to do all the art stuff, and she said that she had much difficulty with, just animating and having it be smooth and all that. And this dude's cane seemed to fall out of the range or something, and clip and not look right. She eventually got that fixed though, and now I think it looks pretty good. And now we can look into the programming stuff, if it works. Okay. I will start with this BP hay or whatever. I have the best names for things. When the game begins, a random number generator will generate a number between 0 and 7. Depending on that number, one of these options will occur. If 0 or 1 are picked, then the set sprite that is called will be set to the wolf. If 2 is picked, the sprite will be set to nothing. If 3 or 4 are picked, it will be set to hay, and if 5 or 6 are picked, it'll be set to rock. I did it this way instead of 1, 2, 3, 4 because I wanted the nothing to occur less frequently than the something sprites. As the game progresses, the sprites that are chosen will continuously move to the left 5 units each tick. What we do with this is in here. There are many different spawners, and when the game begins, one of these instances is called. It spawns one single object that is chosen in here. And as the game progresses, as the counter continues to tick on and on and on until it reaches somewhere between 160 and 180. And once it does that, it resets the counter and calls BP hay or whatever. And BP hay or whatever will call up one random sprite or not sprite, and an enemy is born. There are a couple of different spawners with different time ranges and all that. Not much is different. Next, we can look at the score display. This is not useful. Anyways, as the game continues to go on, the score is added. It keeps going up and up and up, and that's really it. I tried to do casting and all that, but I couldn't figure it out, so I got rid of it, and I instead went over here, and when the player character hits an enemy, it ignores this because it doesn't need it actually, fun fact. It will delay 1 second, and it will subtract 35 from the score. I have it set to delay 1 second so that, because I ran into an issue. If the person was touching the enemy for slightly long, then it would subtract a lot of points, and that's not good. So you can only subtract 35 points once per second. So, you know, it's kind of fair. Up here, when the game begins, we create the widget, which is what the score display is, and we add it to the viewport, and we disable movement. I originally was going to have a start screen, but I decided not to do that. And over here is when we have character movement starting up again. Over here is the background spawner. At the very beginning, it spawns one cloud, and this is very similar to all of these other spawners, except it is for only one sprite is available. Between 20 and 60 ticks, one cloud will be spawned every 20 to 60 ticks at a location that is somewhere between 120 and 2,000 up and down units. So anywhere between here and up there somewhere. Over here is the cloud. On event begin play, the sprite is set to cloud sprite, which is the only cloud that there is. And over here, it sets the speed of the cloud sprite. It will have a random speed of between 1 and 10 units per tick, and it will move to the left that speed. I believe that is all there is to talk about. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video about Shepherd Run.